everybody. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. There we go. How's it going, everybody? I forgot to plug my headphones in, so there was going to be some echo. How you doing tonight? Welcome to Nintendo Prime. I am excited to be here. I do need to update our member count. I don't believe that member count is accurate. I don't believe that member count is accurate. And we have an echo. Got it. Took care of it. We're good. Got the echo. All right. I need to double check that member count. I do have some announcements to make tonight regarding what's happening this summer. We will get to those announcements in a little bit. I'm just double checking the member counter. Let's see here. Ooh, the member counter is actually off. But whatever, we'll leave it alone for now. All right. It's actually under 160 at the moment, but that's okay. Our new goal is 170, so. All right, everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Nintendo Prime Live. Hope you guys are having a good day. Obviously, today we got the news that E3 is canceled, which, you know, I'm not actually that sad about it. I honestly think it's a good thing, but we'll get into why. But let me first say hi to everyone who's here. So if you want to be shouted out, just say something in the chat. I'm going to go through the chat right now to shout people out. So we got Sweet Life of Dio Brando is here. DeFox is here. One of our members is here. And Loki Ravenstorm, how it's going? It's the Monkey is here. Another member is here. And Joshua Rivera, along with member E Primify. Let's see here. We have, scrolling down, we got another member here in Loki Ravenstorm. And Natsu, welcome, guys. We have Pre-Played 123 is here. Alexander Flores is here. We have another member here in Justin Aquatoad McGowan. How's it going? Aubrey Jackson is here as well. Jesus Calderon is here. We have another member here in Donna Savoy. How's it going? We have Yvonne Francois is here. Let's see here. We have another member here in Jesse Beholder, another member and moderator in Brian C. How's it going, buddy? Hopefully you're having a good night. We have Johnny Hernandez here. Hotel Tunes is here. Let's see here. We have Mono is here. Jose Anthony Torres Williams is here. JNC Gaming is here. Let's see. I'm scrolling on down that list. We got, Demonic Brawler is here. Javier Nunez is here. Let's see. Scrolling down, we got David Haney is here. How's it going? JNC Gaming is here. We have another member of the board of directors here in Sydney Estes. How's it going? Scrolling down further. Let's see here. Is that everyone? That's most of the people that are here right now. That is Charles Trudell is here. We have another member, a couple of members here in Don Lewis and Nintendo All-Stars. How's it going? Let me see. Vitrifus is here. K-Dog is here. How's it going? Mojo Horizon, Sweet Life of Dio Brando. Another member is here in Danny Gallagher, along with member Waterbird and Lily Young. How you guys doing? Eric Winstead is here as well. Another member and moderators here in Birdman Senpai. Another one of our mods is here in Juan Castillo. Another member is here in Deadly Creature. How's it going? Jacob is here. Neil Agosto is here. Homer J. Simpson is here. Let's see. Zikami92 is here. Another member and moderator is here in Seahawks 24 Rule. And, hey, we have a brand new member of the board of directors. Welcome, Ackman Dragoon. You have become the latest member of that board. You have joined the champion ranks. Hop on that elevator. We're going to the tippity top of Nintendo Prime Tower. As always, remember, we do have a toilet to your left. I have no idea where the feces goes, but you know what? If you gotta let it loose, it's a long ride to the tippity top. But don't worry, when you get up there, it will be worth the wait. Welcome to the board of directors. Don't worry, we'll be getting off in a moment. All right, welcome, Ackman Dragoon. Enjoy the tippity top, the 99th floor of Nintendo Prime Tower. Oh boy, we got some snacks to your left, some fruit on your right. Gordon Ramsay in the back will cook you up a nice omelet today. He's making some fresh omelets. So don't worry, I'll unchain Gordon Ramsay at some point and let him go home, but not today. We got Frap 3D is here. How's it going, Frap 3D? All right. So it's a bit of a weird time here at Nintendo Prime. Obviously, Breath of the Wild 2 delayed this week. That's obviously, not the news we want to hear, but also not extremely disappointing because we don't have to wait that much past 2022. So in the end, it's really not that big of a delay, not that big of an issue. At least we now have a more firm time, spring 2022. And obviously today, the news that E3 2022 is canceled, despite E3's supposed best efforts, or we should say the ESA that runs E3's best efforts to still put on a show this year, they are not. And this seems to be because, one, they had a lack of direction, and two, another event was just more trustworthy by many game developers, including Microsoft, Sony, EA, Ubisoft, 2K, etc., etc. The list goes on and on and on of companies that were trusting somebody else in some other event besides E3. So it's kind of a weird thing because we're saying E3 is canceled, but it's actually just replaced by a better event. So is E3 really canceled? No. I just say it's rebranded at this point. And of course, I'm talking about Summer Game Fest. Summer Game Fest is happening this June. The dates will be announced in the next couple of weeks. And basically what happened is all the companies pretty much told the ESA, we don't trust you, so we are going to go with Jeff Keighley. And yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Which, if you guys remember E3 last year, the digital E3 event last year, and you actually watched anything other than Nintendo, if you only tuned in for Nintendo, you might think, oh man, greatest E3 ever. Well, again, that's only if you tuned in for Nintendo. There actually was about 8 hours of stream from E3 for 4 straight days, and most of it was a grand waste of your time. It was a bunch of social justice stuff, a bunch of political things, a bunch of ads, and we're not even talking about gaming ads. Verizon 5G, hello. Oh, Borderlands movies, semi-game related, although we didn't even see a trailer for the movie. We saw behind the scenes, and we didn't really learn anything about the movie, so it was pretty stupid and a waste of our time. Most of it was a waste of our time. Square Enix actually showed some games. Ubisoft showed a few games, obviously Sparks of Hope. Microsoft and Nintendo, besides those, there pretty much was no games at this event. PC Gaming Show, I guess, was okay. Probably the best one in a while. But bottom line is, most of E3 was a waste of your time. Remember, if you were at my live E3 extravaganza last year, you saw me grab the water bottle, chuck it at the ground, and say, fuck you, E3. Because that's how I felt. Regardless of Nintendo being really good, most of E3 was a waste of your time. If you guys weren't watching my show and instead took off work to just watch E3, I would say there are way better things you could have done with your time. But thankfully, everyone around here was obviously watching my show, which we planned for E3 to suck. So we had a bunch of events and giveaways and crazy things to keep you guys entertained. And yeah, we're still doing that this year. But obviously, we're not doing an E3 extravaganza. How can we do an E3 extravaganza when there is no E3? So, I have decided, executive decision, that obviously we're going to rebrand our show. And this branding is going to stay regardless of what's happening during the summer. Whether it's Summer Game Fest, whether E3 comes back next year, we don't know. But we are going to host our own event called Prime Gaming Fest. Now, we will be live reacting to Summer Game Fest. Absolutely. We are going to cover everything happening at Summer Game Fest. You won't need to go anywhere else to get your Summer Game Fest news, your Summer Game Fest anything, right? If you're bored with Jeff Keighley, if you're bored with, some of the things happening, don't worry. We have you covered because we will have the extra entertainment. Right? We will have Eric and Nate going head-to-head in various drinking games to spin a wheel of death themed after F-Zero. You guys remember the old school F-Zero wheel of death? Coming back, except obviously we're not actually going to die, or will we? I don't know. I guess depending on the punishment on the wheel, it could get pretty nasty. But we have that coming. We have obviously contests. Oh, giveaways. Lots and lots and lots of giveaways. In fact, let me show you one such giveaway. This is going to be a featured product later, but I want to show it to you right now. That's right. Follow me on this journey. Follow me on this journey. So we have a controller, okay? This controller is special. This controller is one of a kind. It's not really one of a kind. You can buy it right now. This controller is a Nintendo Switch controller made by a third-party company. This controller has amiibo support. This controller has full 6-axis motion control. It has rumble. Oh, and did I mention there's no such thing as drift? This controller uses magnetic Hall sensors on the sticks to get rid of drift. I've been playing around with this controller all day long. It is the best feeling controller I have ever used on Nintendo Switch. It is amazing. And yes, it does have a switch on it that you can hit to use it on PC as well. So you can switch between the different Bluetooth signals and all that. So you can end up using it for that. I have tested it on Splatoon 2. The motion controls worked amazing. And yeah, the amiibo support was fine. The only thing I'm not sure yet is how long the battery lasts. I fully charged it last night and it hasn't died on me yet despite, 3 hours of gaming today. So I think it's amazing. It's a $70 controller. Now, I will go into details on that later. They're actually going to be sponsoring an ad spot in April, so we'll focus more on that during that ad spot, but we are going to be giving away a couple of these bad boys during the show. We're also going to be giving away, get this, over 100 games during the show. Over 100 games will be given away. Various values. Some of them are going to be $60 Nintendo first-party games. Some will be $20 indie games. Some are going to be AAA games. They're going to be all over the place. We are going to be giving away custom art. We have multiple artists working on custom art for the show that we are going to give away during the show. We're obviously going to have custom merchandise if people care to buy shirts and merch for the show. It's going to be actually going on sale here later in April. So we can order some, we can get some in, and we can rock the merch. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are tuning in for the show because we're going to have special guests, Nintendo Academy, special guest Andres Restart, special guest, I don't know. We're actually still negotiating with a few other content creators to get them to come on because I want content creators that are fans of different things, right? I want to get somebody who enjoys PlayStation stuff and is highly knowledgeable on PlayStation stuff to come in and talk about it because PlayStation is going to be showing games at this event. Xbox is going to be showing games at this event. EA is going to be showing games at this event. I want to make sure we get a wide variety of guests on the show that are expertises in fields I am not an expertise in. That way we can create more engaging content and have actual gaming conversations. No political BS, no social justice garbage that E3 was shoving down our throats. Actual gaming conversations. We will have Q&A sessions with you guys. We will have user call-ins this year. That's right. Our very own audience will get an opportunity to call into the show and talk to Eric and I directly about what's happening live or what's happening in between. Our shows will be, going live ahead of Summer Game Fest. We are going to kick off Summer Game Fest with Prime Gaming Fest, even before their pre-show. It's going to be a blast. You are going to get 3 to 4 days with 12 plus hour streams of gaming goodness right here. Who knows? We maybe even announce a few brand new, never seen indie games, debuting trailers right here. We have so much negotiating, so much planning going on behind the scenes. I am so excited about this show. And it was funny because when E3 was announced as, it's not happening, the first thing that happened was, 30, 40 people DMing me, being like, Nate, that sucks. You're not going to have your show this year. Nate, what are you going to do? Nate. As if we're not going to have a show. We already had plans. I'm not an idiot. We knew about Summer Game Fest. That was always our backup plan with Summer Game Fest. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And you know what's also fun? When we get super chats like Lily Young, because we get to do some shots. Also, by the way, tonight's the last chance to enter our giveaway. I'm going to go grab the link for our giveaway. For those who don't know, we are giving away a PlayStation 5, an Xbox Series X, or a Nintendo Switch OLED right now. This is our final major giveaway until our Prime Gaming Fest. So we will be debuting the new logo and text that we're going to be using to advertise Prime Gaming Fest, I believe at some point next week. It's currently in production right now. But I want to go grab a link to our giveaway so you guys have a chance to enter it, because this is the final night you can enter. You do have to be subscribed to win. Outside of that, go to the link and enter. I'm going to go grab that link right now so people can go ahead and enter the giveaway and not miss out on a chance to win a free console of choice. So why not? Why not? Let me grab that link and toss this in the chat. Now, we will be announcing the winner of this giveaway tomorrow on live stream, but you do not actually need to be there live to win. It is not a live giveaway. It'll just be drawn live. So we will be contacting through email. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and pin that comment. So remember, all super chats and stuff get dances. We have a good time. We do some shots. The cheaper super chats, we're just going to do shots of this DAC remix and call it a day. But thank you so much to our first super chat of the night, the one breaking the seal, Lily Young.
Thank you, Lily Young, $2.
Thank you so much. It says, no shot. Nintendo Prime is lit, and I can't wait for Summer Game Fest. So NS means no shot. Just so people are aware, if you want a super chat and don't want me to do shots, you just put NS like Lily Young just did. Thank you so much for that, Lily Young. You are awesome. All right. My fiance, my lovely fiance is in the chat. Yulia. Everyone go say hi to Yulia. Let her know how amazing she is and how lucky I am to have such an amazing fiance who loves me as much as she does. Because honestly, I couldn't do any of this without her support. It's pretty crazy what I do. My own parents don't really support me that much with it. My sister, I guess, thinks what I do is pretty cool. But honestly, to be able to do this YouTube stuff, a lot of my family thinks it's dumb. So if it wasn't for her, who knows if I'd still be doing this. She believes in what I'm doing here on YouTube. All right. So that's kind of what I had to announce with the Prime Gaming Fest. We don't have exact dates yet because we're waiting for the exact dates of Summer Game Fest. Once we have those exact dates, we'll lock in our show and the times we're going to be starting and all that stuff. We'll get that all up. We're actually going to have the streams set up, months ahead of time, so you guys can go ahead and set your notifications, because YouTube kind of sucks with notifications. So that's why we set up our streams months ahead of time, so people can go and ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling and, make sure that they get that extra notification set, can bookmark the streams. It's going to be pretty great. And yeah, a whole bunch of companies are involved. The only company not involved in Summer Game Fest at the moment is Nintendo. Kind of weird. Although Jeff Keighley did note today that all the participating companies are not finalized yet. So that means he's still negotiating with some companies to be part of Summer Game Fest, and that could be Nintendo as well. So Nintendo very much could be there. Nintendo could also just do a Nintendo Direct around that time as well. Or Nintendo could just not care. We don't know what Nintendo's plans are, so we can't really plan around Nintendo's plans, if that makes sense. Hardly the fiance of the year. No, honey, you're the fiance of a lifetime. Get it right. Get it right. Hey, Eric Winstead, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Winstead. God, these Sunglasses are so scratched up. Thank you so much, man. He says, hey, bro, hope you're good. Lots of shots. Well, it's not lots of shots, but I'm starting to remember. So that was, what's the order of our shots? Our $10 one. Let me see. That's the $1. That's the $5. That's right. 10 is a Dr. McGillicuddy, Dr. Cherry over here. So that's our $10 shot. Nathaniel, now you look like a bum during that dance. I mean, hey, you know what? I'm not here to always, look absolutely amazing. As an example, my contacts aren't in because my eyes were really dried out today. So I figured that I'm going to give my eyes, a couple days to recover from keeping the contacts in too long. I wore them for like a couple days in a row, and you're supposed to take them out every day. And I got to go back in for an eye appointment so I can order some more. Anyways, put this back around. If you guys have any questions for me, all you have to do is at Nintendo Prime in the chat. You do not need a super chat to ask questions. I do obviously appreciate the super chats, but never a requirement. Obviously, you guys are all amazing, and this is a Thursday night. We usually don't stream on Thursday nights, but I streamed last Thursday, and who knows, we might pick up the Thursday streams a bit more as we head into our show, because obviously we're going to be building hype for our Prime Gaming Fest. So as we build hype towards Prime Gaming Fest, we'll probably be live a bit more often, just to kind of, keep building up anticipation and everything, and hopefully not letting you guys down. I don't think people were really let down by our show last year. I don't know. You guys let me know in the chat. A bunch of you guys were at the show last year. Did you feel let down by us? Maybe let down by E3, but by us? I thought we did a pretty good job. We want to take it to the next level. Multiple cameras, multiple sets. It's all gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. A $50 super chat does get a custom wrap. Yes, I don't bring it up all the time, but yes, you are correct, Birdman. So if you get a $50 super chat, you do get a custom wrap dropped on your head. Show was dope. Thanks guys. We tried really hard to put on a good show for such a small channel. You can do 10 $1 shots now. I'm good. We'll do the $10 shot. Cheers. Whoo. Whoo. Dr. Cherry is really sweet. Let's see here. I'm just organizing. I got too many controllers. I got the Switch OLED on my desk. Xbox controller on the desk. Again, told you, Switch OLED's on the desk. One of the controllers we're giving away is on the desk. My other Switch controller is on the desk. Another really shitty Switch controller is on the desk. We're not working with this company, and we're not giving away this controller because it's horrible. It's junk. It looks cool. Look at that pattern, but it's junk. It's a piece of shit controller. It doesn't maintain connection, and your brother is here. I don't have a brother. Can you make a video about game to play without Joy-Cons for when you're shipping them? Can you make a video about a game to play without Joy-Cons? Like a touch-only game? I suppose I could make a video on a touch-only game. I don't play any of them, though, so that would require me to do research. I would just sooner figure if you're going to have to play games while you're shipping Joy-Cons to get fixed, you just play it on your phone, because it'll probably be better on your phone than on the Switch, to be honest. There's just better touch games on the phone, which is why I don't play any on my Switch. We did get another $10 make ya holler super chat. Oh, baby, let's get this party started. Thank you so much, Nintendo All-Stars, who says, got a Nintendo Switch OLED white today at Best Buy. They had 16 of them. Yeah, there's been a lot better stock of Switch OLED lately. It's been nice to see. It's nice to see good stock of Switch OLED. Is my sister here? I saw a hi Casey in the chat. I'm sure he will see. I will see what? Is it my sister? Every time I see a hi Casey, I assume it's my sister, but who knows? Who knows? All right, I'm gonna try to get to some of these questions I missed along the way while I pour the shot. Let's see here. Need to dip. Hope to be recovered soon. All right, Corey. Later, man. Anything I win during Summer Game Fest, will I sign it, please, Nate? I want Nintendo Prime's autograph on anything I win. I do autographs during E3. That's pretty much the only giveaways, or I should say during Summer Game Fest this year, Prime Gaming Fest. I do autographs during that time if people want it. I was surprised how many people wanted my autograph last year. So yes, we do have autographs. Basically, I do a two-pronged autograph. You get my personal autograph, that's just my name. And then you also get a custom Nintendo Prime autograph. That's an NP with a bomb logo. You'll see it's pretty cool. So you got to kind of get a double whammy on the autograph. But yeah, it's sure. During that show, all you have to do is tell me. When you win, you have to tell me you want me to autograph it. If it's a physical item that we have on hand, and I will obviously autograph it right there live. You won't even have to wait. You'll just know it's autographed because we'll have everything labeled and organized before the show, just like we did last year. And you make okay. I already read that one. You guys did awesome last year. Thanks. What do you expect from Summer Game Fest? From some companies like Xbox, Sony, and Sega? Games. That's why they're there. Summer Game Fest last year was really good. It was all about games. Literally, it was all about games. It was so much better than E3. Is this Summer Game Fest simply an E3 rebranding? No, it's actually a different show, but it basically replaces what E3 did in terms of announcing games. So sort of, but not really. Hanzo Hasashi says, I don't want to come across as rude, but do you really think Breath of the Wild 2 really got delayed because there are so many amazing games coming out this year? Partially. I think a lot of things went into the decision. A lot of things. Because it's only delayed a few months, which means it's going to go gold before we're even in 2023. Because they start printing copies, a few months before they sell it. So, yeah, I honestly think that there's a lot of factors at play. They don't want to rush themselves. Obviously, COVID. And, hey, it's a really big, really vast game. Might be twice the size of the original Breath of the Wild. Maybe more. There's a lot of things at play with the game. I don't work for Nintendo, so whatever. My sister has arrived. See, I keep seeing my sister has arrived, but I'm not actually seeing her in the chat. Maybe she's going with a different username. Do you think 2023 is going to be a better year than 2022 with Zelda, 3D Mario, Pokemon, DLC, Metroid Prime 4? We're getting ahead of ourselves there. There's no Mario game announced. There's no announcement for a release timing of Metroid Prime 4. There's no announcement of DLC. And obviously the only game we know for sure is Zelda. So, no. 2022 is insane, guys. It's insane. We started with Pokemon Legends Arceus. Then we went to, Triangle Strategy. Then we go to Kirby, a 3D Kirby game. Oh, by the way, we're not done. Nintendo Switch Sports. Mario Strikers is back. Splatoon 3. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Bayonetta 3. Pokemon. An open world Pokemon game coming too. Come on now. Even with Zelda and Mario. Let's say Zelda and Mario and Metroid came next year. That's still not technically better than this year. Nintendo has a banger basically every month of the year this year. 4 games doesn't match banger after banger after banger. So, no, I think objectively this year is going to be bigger than next year, regardless of the fact that I'm more excited for Breath of the Wild 2 than any other game. Johnny Hernandez says, I sent you a leak of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 coming to Nintendo Switch. I confirmed to send the leak. Yeah, that leak is BS. You could literally pick any game on that list and it'll say Nintendo Switch. It doesn't mean anything. So yeah, I saw the whole Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is coming to Switch thing. I didn't make a video on it because it was bullshit. It's just bullshit. The website itself, literally you could select every game and every platform that Call of Duty's ever been on is there. It was odd is because Call of Duty's never been on Switch and it's listed as a platform for every game. It's weird, but it doesn't mean anything. We don't have Call of Duty Vanguard. We're not getting Call of Duty Vanguard, so don't think it means anything. That's why I didn't cover it. Let's see here. See, I keep seeing that my sister's here, but I'm not seeing. Oh, there she is. Casey Jantz. Maybe that's why. I was looking for Swan because that's not her last name. Casey Jantz is my sister, but she's married now, so Jantz is no longer her last name. Maybe that's why I didn't notice it. How's it going, sis? Plus, you're not a member, sis. You're not supporting me financially. You're fine. But welcome, sis. Good to see you around. Yeah, I'm trying to get to all these questions here. We had a whole bunch of them. Let me. Oh, it's so sweet. No wonder Eric likes that shot. It's like drinking candy. Let's see here. I'm curious how the production line and process for printing games, both disc and cartridges, from raw materials to finished goods. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. You know, there's maybe some research out there, but I don't know. Wink Demand 07 says, I have a feeling we'll get 3D Mario this year to release along with the movie. Could it be Odyssey 2? I don't think we're getting 3D Mario this year. Now, we have Sparks of Hope that's supposed to come this year, too. Remember that. Yulia, she says, don't forget me when you're more popular. I love you. See you at home. I'll see you later, babe. See you in like 3 hours. 4 hours, however long it takes. ePrimify says, how much does it cost to have your own email domain? All depends. You need to own a domain name first. So you need to go register a domain name. It could be anywhere from 10 to 15, 20 bucks. Depends on what the name is, what URL you go with. And then you have to either launch your own email server or use something like Gmail and pay them to host a server for you through your domain and go through that setup. Like for me, I pay $6 per email. Eric has one. I have one. Well, then we have just the tip, and then we have giveaways. So it's 4. You guys can do the math. 4 times 6, right? 24 bucks that I spend a month just for emails, and then I have a domain name that I own as well. That domain name is supposed to actually be a website, but the website's not up right now. So, do you think Nintendo will join Summer Game Fest or just an independent direct in June? I think Nintendo either joins Summer Game Fest or doesn't do anything in June. You got to remember, the only reason Nintendo ever had directs in June is because they were part of E3. They've never actually had a direct in June unless it was part of E3. 2020, no E3, no direct. So they either join Summer Game Fest or they don't care about doing one in June. They only did it because of E3. So without that, they could drop a direct anytime they want. They could drop one in May. They could drop one in July. You know, they don't have to drop one in June. They could drop one when they're the only show in town and get all the attention. There's multiple ways to think about that marketing. So I don't know. I have a strong feeling they'll probably join Summer Game Fest because everyone else is there. So why wouldn't Nintendo? You know, Nintendo doesn't want to be forgotten. They want to be part of that. They don't want to let Xbox and PlayStation 5 and Steam Deck, because Valve's part of it too. They don't want to let those platforms dominate the entire month of June. They want to be there. So I'm assuming Nintendo's probably going to make themselves part of the show. They probably committed to E3 is probably what happened. And then E3 canceled today. They sent out emails that it wasn't going to happen today. So obviously Nintendo probably found out today or yesterday that, oh, E3 is not going to happen. Well, then what's next? And I guarantee Jeff Keighley was on the phone with them, and we'll see if anything comes from it. Patrick Abrams says, do you think Nintendo will join Summer Game Fest? Okay, I talked about that. It says, why didn't you call yourself Nate Tendo? Because I don't like taking my name and butchering it with Nintendo. I am Nathaniel Rumful Jantz. Eventually just Nathaniel Jantz when I get married. Bottom line is, I don't need to mix my name. And some people do that. Some people do mix their names into the channels. I'm good. I don't need some Nate Tendo junk. I'm good. Just not my kind of thing. Just not my kind of thing. We do have 3D Mario plus Bowser Fury already on Switch. I mean 3D World with Bowser's Fury. Bowser's Fury was great, by the way. I tend to believe that Bowser's Fury was essentially a practice for a new type of Mario game that we're getting next. I don't think we're getting Odyssey 2. I think the ship has sailed on Odyssey 2. I think they're going to take what they started with Bowser's Fury and turn it into a full game. I just don't know what the game's going to be. Don't know what it's going to be called. Don't know when it's going to come out. They're obviously making a 3D Mario. It's just when is it coming out? Could be a launch game for the next system. So, could be a while, guys. Fest can be a Yulia Palooza. She won't really be part of it, guys. She's still got to work, watch the kids, etc. Will Breath of the Wild 2 be delayed a second time? No. I say no because they gave us a pretty exact period. They gave us a 3-month period. They said spring 2023 is when it's coming out. There won't be a second delay. They've locked it in. It's coming spring. They might not know which month, but it's coming spring. So, no. Yulia Palooza. I do. I love Yulia, but yeah, she won't really be part of the show. Doesn't mean she won't ever pop in once in a while. Because I know the first part of the show is going to be pretty late because Summer Game Fest does a kickoff event at like 8 p.m. that goes until almost midnight. And we'll be streaming then. So she might pop in for part of that show. You never know. But because the kids will be asleep. But most of the rest of the show takes place while, in the middle of the day. So. And by the way, Summer Game Fest was a 3-day event last year. And they have more companies this year. I'm guessing it's going to be a 4-day event. That includes the kickoff night. What was your favorite cartoon growing up? There's too many. I don't know if I have a favorite. There's Doug. There's Hey Arnold. There's the original Ninja Turtles cartoon. SpongeBob's always a classic. There's too many. You had the old school DuckTales, Darkwing Duck. There's just a lot. There's a lot of good cartoons back then. I don't know that I could pick just one. Yulia could. She'll just say SpongeBob because it's still her favorite to this day. Switch is your favorite of all time because I can play a lot of systems, every Nintendo. Not all, probably later. We can get all other systems. I don't think you'll ever see all systems on Switch. Do you think that companies will go back to E3 after everyone joins Summer Game Fest? Maybe. E3 itself was always just an in-person event. All of the press conferences around E3 were never ran by E3. They were independent of E3. So E3 was always a show floor event until last year. We just got confused because all these companies would schedule press conferences or Nintendo Directs, right around E3. But technically, E3 had nothing to do with those events. They didn't make any money off them. They rented their own theaters. They put on their own shows. E3 was just a show floor event. And E3 seems lost without a show floor. So do I think E3 is going to attempt to have a show next year in person where you can come play game demos? I think they're going to attempt it. Do I think they're going to do a good job at it? Do I think they can team up with Summer Game Fest so you get game announcements followed by demos at the show floor? Maybe. But the ESA doesn't really know what they're doing. That's why they lost Sony and EA in the first place. And that's now why they lost Microsoft and everyone else who's going to Summer Game Fest instead. Because ESA doesn't know what they're doing. So unless they get some major reform, I'm not sure if we'll ever get an E3 again. And I'm talking about the in-person event. We're definitely never going back to the press conference days. That's never going to happen. That'll all be done at Summer Game Fest now. Let's see here. TMNT back then was the best. Yeah, man. Captain Planet. That's another one. Captain Planet. He's a hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0. Probably got copyright claim for that. I think the pandemic's going to be a lot worse next year, so I don't think that will be possible. It's an interesting take. We're not going to talk about the pandemic, but it's factually significantly less of a problem today than it was 2 years ago. There really hasn't been anything that's changed that. But all the new variants are significantly weaker by a long shot. So unless something drastically changes, I don't really foresee that being a problem next year. You mentioned that you don't need to be present for the giveaway ending today. How are people notified if they win? Email. The winner is announced on live stream tomorrow night, but they will be contacted via email. If they happen to be there live, that's cool, but they will be contacted via email. Are you excited for Lego Star Wars coming out this Tuesday? Duh. Lego Star Wars is the most excited I've ever been for a Lego game in my entire life. Unfortunately, I need to see how well it runs on Switch. I'm not 100% sold that I'm going to play it on Switch. I might play it on Xbox or PC or something instead. But I'm stoked for it, and I really hope the Switch version runs well. If it does, I will get it on Switch. In fact, I'll probably live stream it to you guys. That might even be our Tuesday live stream. Why do you use Gleam? Does it help with marketing? Basically, if I'm doing a non-live giveaway, because live, it's a little different. Live, I could be like, you need to be here live. I need to see your username. You need to @ me back. You email me. But if I'm doing a non-live giveaway, I need a way for people to enter that I can collect their email. Because without their email, I got no way to contact them. And that's why Gleam is just one of many. I've used other ones. I've used Viral Sweep. I've used several other different types of giveaway apps. They all pretty much function the same. You know? I mean, one benefit of those giveaway websites is like they can be like, you can do like, oh, go follow me on Twitter for extra entries, or go check out my podcast channel, etc., etc. So you do get a little cross promotion for some of your other social medias and other channels, but it's mostly just because I need emails so I can contact people. Where do people get? So you're selling our emails and information for what are you talking about? No, your emails are encrypted and kept private. What are you? What are you talking about? Who says that? My God. Let's see here. Ren and Stimpy, that was a good one too. Bonkers. Oh, I remember Bonkers. I was also Rocco's Modern Life. That was a good one too. There's so many good ones from back then. I mean, that's not me saying there's not good cartoons today. My children are into their own variety of cartoons, and that's cool. Everyone's different. Like, I do think so. My kids on Disney Plus watch this one Mickey Mouse show. I don't know what it's called, but I even think it's hilarious, and it definitely did not exist when I was a kid. Mickey is a sarcastic motherfucker. It's great. My kids, I don't even think understand half the jokes. It's like comedy written for adults that children don't understand, but just think it's funny because the adults laughing. I'm like, man, this Mickey Mouse is savage, and I don't remember Mickey Mouse ever being savage. And this is on Disney Plus, so it's like this is pretty cool. Pretty cool watching Mickey just wreck everyone, and then make really dumb decisions because that's just Mickey's basically dumb, but everyone listens to him because he's Mickey in this show. Beavis and Butthead. King of the Hill, yeah. There's a lot of good ones by them. No, it's not Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, no. Let's see here. Animaniacs, yeah, I liked Animaniacs. And Pinky and the Brain spinoff from that. Kingdom Hearts Mickey's pretty savage, yeah, I bet. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Look at that. So many great ones from back then, you know. My fiance likes Sailor Moon a lot. She still likes it to this day. Big Sailor Moon fan. Getting into the anime realm. Hello, nurse. Happy Tree Friends. Oh my God. I haven't. Happy Tree Friends. Oh, I haven't seen Happy Tree Friends in so long. It's awesome. Anyways, do you guys have any more questions tonight? We're not going to be streaming super late, so we'll probably give this another half hour. Probably another half hour, and then we'll call her. We'll call her good. Here, is it a bit of a relief that E3 got canceled? Do you think they will put a better show now that the time commitment is a bit more reasonable? I think Summer Game Fest was better than E3 last year, anyways. So E3 being canceled and pretty much every company that worked with E3 going to Summer Game Fest makes a more concentrated event. So yeah, I think it's actually mostly a good thing because I don't think the ESA knew what the hell they were doing. Who's your favorite Nintendo YouTuber? This is where I sound conceited. Have you heard about this guy named Nintendo Prime? I don't really know that I have a favorite. Like, there isn't a specific YouTuber that I watch a ton because I just don't have time. I mean, like, you know, we all of our podcasts are great. You know, we had Player Lessons on not too long ago. Andres Restart, Nintendo Academy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, so, like, I can vouch for people I think are good people. But like, I don't really know that I have a favorite, because I am a content creator, a father, someone with a job, and someone who is attending college, and uses whatever free time I have not doing YouTube, playing games. So I don't really have a ton of time to watch YouTube content. Plus, I really love sports, so then I'm also like tonight I was watching the Bucks game while playing Kirby. Let me see here. Can I love you be my question? I mean, you want to give me some love? That's cool. But I'm taken. Sorry to clarify. Do you think you will do a better stream as a result of the shorter time frame? It's not really a shorter time frame though. It's like we streamed for 4 straight days. We're probably going to be streaming for 4 straight days again. I don't think it's a shorter time frame. People, you don't understand. Summer Game Fest was 3 days long last year. You might not have paid attention, but it went Wednesday. Actually, sorry, 4 days. It was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Summer Game Fest was a 4-day event last year. Why do people think like E3 was a 4-day event? Summer Game Fest was a 4-day event. I don't really know that it's going to be better than last year when, like, just in terms of for me, because of a shorter time, but it's not shorter. It's the same amount of days. So I don't really think that anything's any better. I think the presentation from Summer Game Fest is better than what E3 puts out, but the time it takes isn't any different. If Donkey Kong was brought back, would you rather K. Rool be the big bad or another new boss? I don't know. I mean, Donkey Kong never really went anywhere. We just got Tropical Freeze. I mean, I know it's been a bit, but I mean, that was just on Wii U. We still might get a new Donkey Kong game on Switch, so I don't know about. It's not really bringing it back. I don't really care who the big baddie is. I don't play Donkey Kong for story, so. Do you think there's going to be a new Breath of the Wild 2 trailer with new gameplay footage if there's a direct this summer? Yes, I do. What's your favorite game? Breath of the Wild. Cool. Wow, I got through all the questions. I'm doing a good job keeping up, everybody. I'm doing a good job keeping up. Someone asked like when Summer Game Fest is. We don't have any dates as far as I'm aware. Unless it's been spilled. But he said announcements are coming in the next couple of weeks. So as far as I'm aware, dates have not actually spilled yet. So since it's been confirmed the Hyrule map is being expanded for Breath of the Wild 2, do you think we'll go to Termina? No. Termina's like in a different dimension. Vain God says, if you could only own 5 Switch games, what would they be? Oh man, 5 Switch games. Quick before I get to the super chat. Well, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, okay, I don't count Breath of the Wild as a Switch game, it's cross-platform. So Super Mario Odyssey. Let's see. Metroid Dread. Probably Animal Crossing because it's just infinite, right? Like it never ends, and it's nice to have that never-ending game. And then we'll go with. By the way, this doesn't mean these are my favorite games. These are just if I can only have 5, what 5 would I take because of varying reasons? And like Animal Crossing probably wouldn't be my top 5 games on Switch, but it is a game that never ends. And if I can only have 5 games, a game that never ends has a lot more value. Let's see. Let's go with Astral Chain. And then, I don't know, Splatoon 3. If not Splatoon 3, then Splatoon 2 if I can't use a game that hasn't come out yet. All right. We got a super chat in from G. Rocky.
Woo! Thanks, G. Rocky.
How you doing? How's it going? All right. I have a good question. Can you get me a PlayStation 5 without a scalp price? Are you paying me? Are you going to pay for it? I mean, I can. It just takes some time. Let's see here. Astral Chain was awesome. So, the reason I chose Astral Chain is it's the only Switch exclusive I haven't played yet. So I chose it because if I only have 5, I might as well pick a game I haven't played, right? I'm sure I'd love it. Cheers. Does Yulia go back and watch my live streams? Nope. No, she does not. She stays away from my live streams. She comes in, if she's here live, cool. Otherwise, she doesn't go back and watch. You're gonna be taking shots too, and no, Jesus. Make sure you drink responsibly. Astral Chain is a Switch exclusive. Yeah, just because you could play it on PC, it's not officially a PC game. But yes, Nintendo owns it, so it is Switch exclusive. Nintendo's never releasing a double pack. Wind Waker is going to be at least 60. I mean, we'll see. I have no idea. I don't know if we'll get Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD this year or not, but I mean, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? I think it'd be nice. I really do think it's a good thing Breath of the Wild 2 got delayed because now they'll have time to fill the big shows of Breath of the Wild, and E3 getting canceled means I might actually have something to look forward to. I'm confused. I honestly have no idea what that comment means. Does Yulia know about the thing? No, she doesn't know yet. She doesn't know yet. Do you think we'll finally have Breath of the Wild 2's official name in the Summer Direct? I don't know. Maybe. They might wait a little longer, but maybe. Astral Chain's not on PC. It's Switch exclusive. When I said you could play it on PC, I meant you can emulate it. I didn't mean that it's officially supported on PC. Which game series do you think will be next in the mission and rewards? I mean, as far as the icons, I have no idea. Whatever they want to promote next, you know, maybe something related to Nintendo Switch Sports. Maybe they do some Kirby ones. I have no idea. You know, whatever Nintendo wants to be promoting at the time. You could get Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, but it's hard to say given Breath of the Wild. Could have been this year. Breath of the Wild 2 could have been this year. I mean, who knows? I have no idea. I think it's clearly not that hard for them to release Wii U ports. So I think it's just a question of when and if. They have so many games this year. I could see them maybe saying, "Nah, we don't need it." April birthday and Kirby is your guess. Yeah, could get some Animal Crossing New Horizons stuff. Donna Savoy had to go to bed. Later, Donna Savoy. Sleep well. What game are you most looking forward to other than Zelda? Splatoon 3. Like, without a doubt. Splatoon 3 is like the one multiplayer game. Like, Splatoon is like the one multiplayer game I love and know I'm going to play a lot of. So very, very clear, very, very clearly that. I'm not going to ban you. Primify. People were just trying to say that you were being a little annoying. That's all. Not everyone enjoys the same humor as others, you know? I really don't care, but... Trying to see if there's any news I missed today. There probably is. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard because tomorrow's April Fool's Day, so there's always a lot of stuff around that. Yeah, it's really hard to get real news tomorrow. Although Nintendo has unironically dropped real news on April 1st before. But I don't know that we're really going to get any real news tomorrow. So just be careful about any stories tomorrow. Even at my channel. What if I drop a joke video? You got to be careful. What about GoldenEye? Do you think it's still possible? Absolutely. I think they're going to wait because of the Russian stuff in it. So what nudes he missed? What nudes I missed? What nudes? I mean, sex.com, you'll find some nudes there. Please be over 18. Such an original URL too. It's a thing. I don't know. That's one I used to use when I was younger. I just wanted pictures or like quick little GIFs. Not everyone's cup of tea, of course. I was a horny teen once. I can't wait for Prime Gaming Fest. It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be so cool. I literally cannot wait. I can't wait because the crowds are gonna go wild. The porn bots posted it for my last stream. That happens. They wanted to slip it in when I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, dude, Prime Gaming Fest is gonna be fun. Nick, can we talk about the name, please? What name? What name? What are we talking about? That video you did telling Zelda was going to be delayed would have been perfect for tomorrow. Yeah, except it's a real story. That's the problem. That's the problem with real stories, The Fox, you got to start using my just the tip at NintendoPrime.net email instead of Twitter DMs. My DMs get too full. Let's see here. How are you going to do the giveaway? Like, are you going to be live? I am going to be live when I draw the name, but you don't actually have to be here for it. Now, that doesn't mean I won't do like a small giveaway while I'm live, like a $10 eShop gift card or something. So I might end up doing a small giveaway or two to tomorrow to celebrate drawing the winner. But the winner does not need to be present. Prime Gaming Fest, is that the finalized name? Yes, it is. And it's going to stay that no matter what. If we're covering E3 in the future or anything else, it's just going to be Prime Gaming Fest. In the Summer Direct, do you see us finally getting Game Boy Color and advanced games? Nah, September. They like to put a year between announcing systems. Will there be a member giveaway tonight? I mean, if we hit 170. If we hit 170. But I doubt it since the stream ends pretty soon here. Your left stick is sticking on the down left diagonal every time. Ugh. Sticking or drift? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Both give you the same result. Did the 161 happen last night? The 161. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it did. Wait, was that last night? Was it the last night or the night before? I don't know. My streams run together in my head. No, not last night. It was the It was the night before. It was Tuesday. Last night was the podcast. So it happened on Tuesday. You're the bedless horsewoman. All right, it's just Abigail. Why are they even making a Splatoon 3? It seems that most of the stuff they added in the game so far could have just been deal. Okay, can we stop? Why are they making a Breath of the Wild 2? They could have just made a DLC from Breath of the Wild. Why did they make a Mario Galaxy 2? Could have just been DLC to Mario Galaxy 1. Splatoon 3 has a massive graphical update over Splatoon 2. Splatoon 3 takes place in an entirely different town. Splatoon 3 has entirely new game modes. Splatoon 3 has entirely new weapon sets and move sets. Maps. New story. Like, what? Just stop. Why does Witcher 3 exist? Could have just been DLC to Witcher 2. It's like asking why do sequels exist when they could just be DLC. Like, what time will the live stream be in Eastern? Probably 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. I usually start my streams at 8. It was a bit later today because of the Bucks game, and the Bucks do play again tomorrow, but they're playing the Clippers, so I'm probably not going to watch it as much. And after they played overtime today, and Middleton got ejected, Giannis, he was phenomenal tonight, but he got the crap beat out of him. So I bet you he's going to sit tomorrow. And Drew Holiday turned his ankle, so I'm guessing that the Bucks' big three are all going to be sitting tomorrow night. So whether or not they win, I don't know. But, I'm not going to delay a live stream for a game like I did today. Today they were playing the Nets and KD, and I'm a big NBA guy, so that's why the stream started later. 8 p.m. tomorrow, Central Time, yep. I'll actually have it set up in the morning. If people want to set notifications for it. I mean, I could set it up tonight, I guess, after I'm done streaming. It's mind-boggling how they can make the Joy-Cons as strong as the Pro Controller. I haven't heard of any cases of Pro Controller drift. There are tons of cases of Pro Controller drift. I've experienced Pro Controller drift on 3 different Pro Controllers. So it's definitely still a thing on those controllers. Are the OLED Joy-Cons any better? They claim they're better, but I don't know. People get drift with them. So I don't know. Part of the Untitled... Oh my gosh. I'm staying away from that joke. All right. Whew. I think we're going to call that a stream. I know we still have 90 plus people watching, but it was just supposed to be a short stream. I usually don't stream Thursday nights. So I just wanted to talk briefly about E3 being canceled and announcing, obviously, the final name of our summer show, along with some of the things we're going to be doing during that show. And because we're going to be having those streams set up here, sometime next month, once we have the dates for Summer Game Fest. And I talked to Eric, we're going to organize exactly what we're doing. So, will Joy-Cons ever go on sale? No. Unless you mean you can just go purchase them, yes. Will they ever be cheaper? No. Not until Switch is no longer being made. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Have a lovely night. I will see you tomorrow night. We'll be announcing the winner of our big giveaway, and then maybe doing a couple other smaller giveaways just for funsies, chit-chatting away, ending our week. Maybe going over some of the best gaming-related April Fool's pranks of the day. I think that might be a fun thing to do tomorrow, is kind of look at, websites and all these crazy things, kind of look at some of the best April Fool's pranks, videos, etc. So, all right, guys. Catch you later.